Hello, friends, and welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you for joining me today. I am just sewing and chit chatting, and we are working on our Marie Antoinette. That was our Jolly Bar quilt. You can't see here, but I have all my fabrics laid here. They're not all trimmed. I have like a whole stack here that's not trimmed. I think these look like they're trimmed. They're not. Okay. I think what I'm going to do tonight is probably only get 2 blocks done. I am going to keep my instructions here with me because I will easily get confused if I don't. So, first thing I'm going to do is grab 2 darks and... Well, I actually don't have to grab the 2 darks. I need to grab a corner, a half square triangle, and make sure I turn it the way it shows. And what this calls for is like 2 darks. Well, you're using 4 darks. You're using 4 darks, 4 mediums, 4 lights. I'm thinking we're using 4 light. We may not use. Yes, we are using 4 lights. Anyway, I'm just going to make sure I get these put together properly. I will pin these because we do want our points to go correct. So I am going to pin that together and pin the end. I've gotten to where I pin the beginning and the end together just to make sure that I'm not off kilter there any. So let's get this going here. And I think what I'm going to try to do is do each row individually. Just kind of do chain stitching because this is row 1 of the first block we're going to do. I already have 1, so that means I only need to do 11 more blocks. So the second row of this calls for a light and one of the same color that we just used. Oh my goodness. There's a glare on my paper making it hard. So I will turn my light color, make sure they're both turned the same direction. Now it takes 4 of these to make a block. So I'm doing 2 with dark, and then I'm going to do 2 with medium. And then once I'm done, we'll put the 2 darks and the 2 mediums together. Let me pull this up here so I'm not twisting behind me, friends. So how are y'all doing? I have been trying to respond to all my comments and messages, and friends, I have not been in my sewing room for a couple days. So just so you know, I'm not ignoring anyone. I've just not been in here. So I'm going to do 2 of each one of these rows. I have to make sure I put it together right, though, because if I don't, my goodness, that'll be a mess. And I have to think about it, too. And it's after 9 o'clock at night. It is Thursday night, but I wanted to get in here and get sewing. And I knew I had to press and trim these out. I don't have all of them trimmed. I do have them all pressed. That has just been a thorn in my side all week. But my mojo just kind of, or not my mojo, my sojo kind of jumped out the window this week. And I think it's probably because I've been missing Lori in the morning. And then our sew along, the Yuletide sampler too, it was postponed until the day you see this. And it just kind of, got me in my sojo. Like I said, it left the building. it just left the building. 100% gone. I don't know why. I have had a lot of things on my mind this week, weighing on me. Just lots of things, and still have lots of things. You know, lots of changes going on at my workplace. And of course, you know, when changes happen, you never know what's going to happen. But I'm kind of just going with the flow. I go in, I do my job, I come home. You know, I'm not trying to not let it affect me, but we've had lots of rain here. Okay, so that's my 2 darks. Now I need to do 2 mediums. So we start with our half square triangle. And then let's see, what do I want to use as a medium with this? We'll use this one as a medium. But, you know, life. Let's just say that, life. Life has been weighing heavy this week. And, you know, we had our memorial holiday, and I think I came in on Tuesday and sewed a video for you guys for Wednesday. And I have been working in my garden more. And when I work in my garden, it does kind of take precedence. And I'm trying to get everything planted out. And lo and behold, if we did not get a flood, I'm glad my garden is in raised beds, but that's it. Oh, I am using the same exact print. Oh, well. I'm using my little birdie print here. But like I said, I came in, I caught up. Well, I caught up the Yuletide sampler too. I think I might have gone a step further than Tammy went on the last one. I didn't see Alicia's, how far she got. But I know I saw Tammy's at the end. And y'all, if you wonder, Alicia probably held hers up. But y'all, I'm getting where I can't see, even with my glasses. So that's one. I've got to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, we've got that. Okay, so now I've got to do another one of these and another one of these. Y'all see how my brain skips around on me. That's why I do lists. I make lists. And another thing, guys, don't forget I'm doing a destash on Sunday. It's probably going to be about 4 p.m. It will be a premiere. What a premiere is, I pre-record that, but I will be with you guys in the comments just because it is easier for me to follow it when I'm doing it that way. You know, when I'm doing a destash, because it's only me. Okay, something's going on here. I didn't have it turned the right way. I knew I was going across there somewhere, and it did not seem right. Make sure again. Turn the right way, yeah. But I have not even recorded that video yet. Normally I try to get it out there by Wednesday, but it didn't happen this week. Y'all, I've been having the struggles this week with my sugar, and it's purely because I'm eating things that's not good for me. And it's just because I want something quick and easy and convenient, and Taco Bell's here now. So yeah, that's been my quick and easy convenient. Okay, so that is one block done. I'm thinking no, something isn't seeming right here. Okay, this is our light. Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting We have to do 2 of each. So this is row 1 and row 2, and then row 1 and row 2, row 1, row 2, row 1. Okay, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to do four of these to make a full block. Let me take this off so I can show you, and it'll make more sense. I may only get 1 block done, guys. That may, but it is a lot of work to get this 1 block done, because we're doing your darks and then you're doing your lights. So what I have to do right now is press these, and I will be right back, guys. Okay, friends, I have all of the rows completed. So what I'm going to do is take my row with my corner, my half square triangle corner, and then I'm going to take my bottom row and just flip them over on top of one another here. And I'm going to pin these at the bottom. I am probably only going to get 1 block done out of this, because I'm doing 4 individual little squares, so to make up the block. But that will be okay. I do plan on hopefully getting some sewing done this weekend, because our forecast has it raining the whole weekend, all the way into like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Which that is perfect sewing weather for me. So if that happens, I know I won't be able to work in my garden. I do need to pick out what flowers I'm wanting to plant in my garden, though, and go on and get them direct seeded and fertilized. Okay, so that's block 1 done. So here we are for block 2. Doing the same thing, flipping them over there, pinning together. And once we get these done, I will have to press them again. So friends, what this is that I am working on, we had Jolly Bar Day back early in May, and I am still working on my Jolly Bar quilt. The pattern that I got is the Marie Antoinette. It came out of my Jolly Bar, French General Jolly Bar, because I absolutely love French General colors. I like the muted colors. I mean, there's color there, but it's not jump in your face kind of color. Okay, so here we are to our 3rd block that we're making that will assemble into our final block. I was trying to find a quick way to do this, you know, to chain sew it, but I don't think, I mean, there is a way to chain sew it. It really is, but I don't know. I think I like seeing the blocks come together, and this way I don't run out of time and have something unfinished laying out there. And but I do know that I'm probably going to start taking a day. I have a box of my grandmother's quilt tops. Some are not assembled, some are. Some are just pieces that are loose in the box. But I need to get to that box, do what repairs I can, and then carry it to Miss Ava to have her back and quilt it for me, because I want to get boxes out of my craft room, and that is one of my boxes. It's actually over here with another box sitting on top of it. I have boxes on boxes on boxes. Who don't have that in their craft room? I have so many. But some of the stuff I have is office stuff that I just have not moved out of here, haven't gotten rid of, which I need to. I really wish I could do like my sister does. She just goes in a room and she's like, I don't need this no more, and throws it away. And I'm like, well, I may need that, you know, to do this or to do that. Yes. I try not to be a hoarder. I try not to be that. But right now, I've got boxes stacked up. I do at least take trash out, and I don't have food in here. So, okay. I'm about to press this so we can start putting it together. Okay, friends. Now I have all of my pieces to start assembling my big blocks. So, what I'm going to do is use this corner piece as my kind of my guide to how I can put these together. Oh, that's going to work great. Everything's nesting right here. Oh, perfect. I always worry about that when I do multiple blocks like this, if they're going to, when I press them, if they're going to nest or if I'm going to have to pin seams. And this one right here is nesting, which is great. Now, it could be different the further down of the block we get. So now we're sewing the top and bottom rows. So now I'm going to sew my bottom row, which has this one bottom right, bottom left I mean, and this one bottom right. Wait, wrong. I did these wrong, friends. I was supposed to do one of my light ones. Oh, goodness. It's not a day in the sewing room if you don't have to break out our little friend here. So let's just see if we can get this started. Got that seam going. Let me get past where the two blocks join there. See there? I was just in a awful hurry. I don't need to be in a hurry, because if I had paid attention, which I did not, we will use the top left one is a light block and the top right is a dark block. So see, I should have paid attention to that, and I did not. So now we're putting row 1 and 2 together. And this is why it takes me so long, friends, to sew a block. I am going to have to pick up my pace, though, because I'm just about out of time. That just means I press my pedal a little bit harder. Other than that, that's as much picking up my pace as I can do. Okay, so now to be doing the bottom left is a dark. And the bottom right is a light. So we are nesting these seams right here in the middle. And then just pinning this end here so it's even. Okay, so now we've got our top and bottom row to our block done. So I'm going to press, and then when we come back, we'll be putting it together. And here we are with both of our rows. I don't know if this is top or bottom, but I am just putting it on here. And we are going to nest and pin, friends. We're just about done with a block. So just so you know how long this takes me now, of course, this does involve a little bit of seam ripping there. Oh, and I've got lots of seams that need to be nesting right here. We're not going to stress over it. We're going to pin that center one together and be okay with it. It does require a little seam ripping and all that for me. But with everything that I've had to do, seam ripping, pressing, and everything, let's see, we're about 35 minutes right now. And so I'm going to say it takes about 40 minutes to do a block from beginning to end. All the pressing and possible mishaps. And pattern deciphering. Now I do have, after this, I still have 10 more of these that I need to make. I'm not making them here right now. But what I am doing is, like I said, I hope to get some of this done this weekend. Hope to get this caught up. I'm going to try to get this quilt over here that needs to be bound so I can get it out of my sewing room. Try to get my borders on my flowering quilt. And maybe get that charmed, I'm sure, done. But friends, here is my next block. And I'm not going to tell you, well, I will tell y'all this, but I have a boo-boo in here. I've got two different fabrics, two different blue fabrics. I don't know how that happened. I guess I just stacked them wrong, but that's okay. It's still the blue. We still love it. But yeah. So friends, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little Jolly Bar Jubilee that we did today. I will be getting more than this one block done this week. So y'all hang tight, watch those updates, because I do have things that I get done that I'm not doing recordings on, just because I sit in here, I listen to music, I may sing a tune or two. But I don't record everything anymore that I do, because I want to continue to enjoy sewing. And I almost burned myself out on it. So friends, if you are a content creator and you are burning yourself out, step back. Just step back. Take a breather. It's okay. You know, everybody understands. But you know, along with me having everything that I've had this past week go on, I just needed to step back, get things done. I am having to focus on garden and house right now, so my sewing is kind of taking a little back burner. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? But I am getting things done. They're just not as fast. So friends, give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.